Welcome back to another video. So I was just laying here asleep. I was listening to this lecture. I forgot the name, but Earn Your Leisure on YouTube. Listening to the podcast, and I'm not too sure, but I was having a dream actually, and all I remember just now, cause I'm laying in my RV right now, right? And bro, like I literally um I was asleep listening. I was in my RV in my dream, parked somewhere in a public parking space, and I heard a noise or something when I was in my RV. I was doing something in my RV, walking around, but I could hear the lecture inside of my dream, right? And what had happened? I heard a knock, so I got scared because I thought somebody was trying to steal my RV while I was asleep. But basically, what was happening was I was having sleep paralysis, so something was holding me down while I was trying to move because I couldn't move inside of my dream. So while I'm inside of my dream, I'm listening to the lecture while inside of my dream, just like I am in real life because I still got the earbud in my ear. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. Cause I tried to move and I couldn't even move. I tried to turn, couldn't turn, and then eventually I could. So I found the strength to do it. So basically, I guess some type of entity was trying to hold me down. But that's besides the point. Where I'm going with this is basically what I was listening to in the lecture was this guy. He was talking about AI. You know, the advancement with AI and how it's basically raising our children. And he was talking about so-called black people lacking financial literacy. You know, this is not the whole lecture that he was talking about. This is just a portion of it. And I had disagreed with him when he was talking about financial literacy, because I already spoke about this before. Black economics is not our answer to this huge problem that we all have. Because they created white economics, but see, white Eurocentric economics deals with the whole system. Example, the Walmarts that we have around here. The Walmarts serve every single race that participates in this matrix. When it comes to um black people opening up their own stores, they're they're mostly gonna be targeting mainly black people. You see what I'm saying? And then well, I'm sure they won't have the black businesses can have other race um as customers, but the main focus is the black people, the so-called black people, right? um Either way, it's still a trap, because black economics is not going, like I said, it's a chess game that they created. Black econ versus white econ. Who gonna win? And then I had another thought, like it's not that we buy more from so-called white businesses like Walmart. It's about quality. Black people can have all the businesses that they want. If it's not quality and it's not nothing that we can use every day, people are not gonna buy it. Example, you know how many tissue brands we have? We shouldn't even be using tissue in the first place, but they got us to a point where we gonna use tissue to wipe our behinds. You see what I'm saying? To blow our nose with all the mucus that we got built up inside of us. Tissue, all this stuff was created for us to participate in this matrix. We shouldn't even be using tissue. And just think about it. It's white. We shouldn't be wiping our behinds with white tissue. All of those particles that be flying through the air. You see what I'm saying? All that stuff is going inside of us. So That's one portion of it. What I was saying. Yeah. The tissue. Okay. You know how many tissue brands we have? Like, you got Charmin, you got Viva, you got Scott, you got this, you got that, right? How many black owned tissue companies do you know? And are you gonna buy them over Charmin? Are you gonna buy them over Angel Soft? Yes or no? Exactly my point. It's not about this person being black, it's about quality of the product. When black people start producing more that can compete with the so-called Eurocentric system, then maybe people will start supporting black people. But for the most part, black people mainly make stuff. Well, really, I think that black people mainly uh are more how can I say, skilled at cooking. Most black people have damn cooking restaurants and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to down my people or whatever that look like me. But for the most part, they're mostly just opening restaurants, vegan restaurants, all dealing with cooking. For the most part that I can think of. I know that our ancestors have built other things, but I'm saying still. But anyway, the guy was talking about financial literacy, and I'm guessing he thinking if black people can so-called start spending their money wisely and stuff like that. But that's not going. I don't think that's gonna help us at all. That's just like I said in the comment section. I was like, shoot, all we gonna do is just buy more stuff to keep us stuck in their hell that they're using us to build for them, for us. You see what I'm saying? So also, I was thinking in my head, what do you mean financial literacy? Bruh, they dumbed us down. There's literally a narrative for so-called black slaves not being able to read. And they still play those narratives to this day, I'm sure. I don't be watching those slave movies, but I know Roots is one of them. I watched that years ago when I was way a young child. And it's mostly about black slaves who could not read. So they dumbed us down so we can want to get smart Eurocentrically, right? So we would want to get smart and start playing their game, aka Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street to me is us playing their game. We should have never played their game in the first place. We should have never opened that board game like the movie Jumanji. We not supposed to be playing games with these people, but we are, and we stuck in it. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, in my perspective. Oh, and this another one. If y'all watch the movie Jumanji, they even got a remake. They don't reboot it Jumanji with Kevin Hart. 2 of them. And I ain't even finished the first one. But for the first, like, okay, think about it like this. Jumanji is a video game. It's a board game. We done picked up the board game and started playing. And then how ironic is that Jumanji is a game dealing with the wild, dealing with nature. And in the movie, the first one that I'm referring to specifically is nature was taking over the planet. But you got to think, in real life, they've created a concrete jungle. We're literally in a concrete jungle where nature doesn't thrive. You see what I'm saying? It's the complete opposite. Nature doesn't thrive in the concrete jungle where there are businesses, concrete, roadways, highways. None of this stuff should exist. I spoke on this multiple times. It should be destroyed, but because we keep building it, we keep believing in this system, it's just gonna keep growing and growing just like nature does. Because we keep giving it power, we keep propelling it. um yeah, he was talking. Oh yeah, he was also talking about how AI is going to help us. How AI is going to help us. Um, I'm not sure if he was talking about just black people, but we just gonna pretend like he's talking about all races of the human species, right? So he was talking about how AI is gonna help us. Um, well, in this instance, he was talking about so-called black people. He was like, "This is how we can use AI when we start shopping. We can AI or whatever name that he used. AI filter out all the other races of people. I just want to shop with black so-called black people, and AI will be able to filter out every other race than the so-called black race when it comes to shopping." But like I said before, all that's not gonna do nothing. That's just keeping us stuck. We buying stuff. That's just literally keeping us here. It don't matter. Like, y'all get it? Like, who cares if you got stuff? We shouldn't be stuffed, because in my mind, us buying all of this stuff keeps us stuffed like a stuffed animal, and we can't go nowhere. It keeps us stuck on the ground in their game, and keep us from ascension. You know, hell, they even stuff us with embalming fluid when we die. If that'll match up with my analogy, you see what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. Cause I said I was gonna draw a visual of this too. Like I told y'all in the movie Platform. Watch the movie Platform. It's on Netflix. It's on the free movie website. Whatever you want to watch it at. But basically, I was gonna draw this little visual of how they got it. Like, example, bro. Literally, the system has raised us. Let me explain how. All of this stuff that they created, like, I feel like we haven't even got a chance to we haven't even got a chance to straighten out what took place. Bro, we literally, like, porn, for example, has mainly taught us how to have babies, whether it be by mistake or not. You see what I'm saying? These beings are not even giving us time to straighten out all of the lies that it done trapped us in. So with this reset, listen closely. With this reset, they gonna make us forget, and we ain't even get to realize what took place for it to get us to the point we at now. We didn't get like, how I think about it. All of the people that died already, right? They didn't get to some people didn't get to be raised by their parents or taught to about sexual intercourse. Like, we literally being raised by the internet. Everything that we doing, experiencing, is through the internet, not by our parents that had us. Most of our parents had us by mistake. You know? So yeah, I'm like, bro, I gotta show y'all the visual, but hopefully y'all get it though. So basically it's like this. Think about one platform, one stair that makes up the whole staircase. One stair deals with okay, you got the internet, you got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got sexual sites. All of this stuff is literally raising us, or has raised us, right? They trying to create another step, or they have created another step, and they trying to they trying to move us up, and we haven't even addressed all of the lies on the first step. You see what I'm saying? And they just moving us on up. We just forgetting. Well, it never happened. Sweep it under the rug. You see what I'm saying? That's how I see it. It's like, dang. People died and still think Jesus real. Like, wow. They didn't even get to straighten out the lie. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of overwhelming because you can't even do nothing about it. Personally, you can't. You can only just be aware of it, but that don't stop people from dying and still not, they still gonna believe in what they want to believe in. Just like I'm gonna believe in what I want to believe in until I figure it out myself, But I'm just saying on the collective, grand scale level, you see what I'm saying? Like, dang, we ain't even get the chance. We ain't like all of the stuff that I be sharing with y'all on my community posts and stuff like that. Most of the world don't know. We ain't even get to, as a collective, we ain't even get to realize half of the stuff that they were showing us and why they were showing it to us. You see what I'm saying? We don't get all of the details on why they showed us this, what it meant, and all of that. So that's the main point that I'm getting at with that. And yeah, he was talking about how AI and all that gonna help us. Man, AI is not gonna help us like that. If AI is not gonna help us destroy the game, then it's pointless. AI does have some pros or whatever, but it's not like anything that's a threat to the system. AI helps them more than it helps us, the slaves. It's helping the slave masters, because they get to watch us. Oh yeah, that's another thing connected to this situation. My homeboy, he said their goal is basically for a self-automated world. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that junk scary. That junk really scary. But I'm gonna tell y'all what my homeboy said. He basically said that they trying to work on a self-automated world because this certain race of people will not be able to last too much longer, right? So they using AI to if they can get their bodies inside of a synthetic body. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm gonna explain the best way I can. Like, they won't be able to take the sun, so they have to geoengineer the planet so that they can take it. Simple as that. So they have to modify everything so they can withstand the natural environment. Everything. Even if it comes down to the detriment of a race that's basically excluded from this natural phenomenon, I guess you could say, dealing with the sun. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, they trying to make a self-automated world to where they don't have to, they can basically control us without even being here. They can just use AI. So yeah, instead of us seeing those men in the Congress, House of Reps, and all of that, it'll be AI. So that's what I guess he was basically getting at, because we still have some what's the word? We still have some ties, I guess you could say, with the system. Not ties, but interactions. We still interact with these inorganic beings, such as like Congress, going to vote. You know what I'm saying? So if they come up with a self-automated world, we don't have to see them, I guess, in the physical or whatever. Like, example, like going to the bank. Some people like yeah, going to the bank. some people still go to the bank, but once they convert the world to where you don't have to go to the bank at all, that's part of the self-automated world. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they working to, but they have to, for one, they got to stay alive to do it, and they need us to stay alive. They need us to stay alive to keep them alive, so they can keep building, I guess, or working toward this self-automated world. And then that's gonna be another step to where kids are going to grow up in a self-automated world. They won't know nothing about no AIM internet. They won't know nothing about all of the chat sites we used to be on when we were younger, when I was younger, and my parents' parents were younger. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. Like, no, we didn't even get to address all of the lies that happened in the past. So, like, wow, that's sad. So that's basically what I'm saying. I just be having a hard time trying to put it in words, cause my thoughts be racing through my head, cause I be getting it, but it'd be hard for me to, get it to you all that listen. So yeah, I just don't know. But yeah, I don't care about AI like that. The main goal is basically ascension, to get out of this world, whatever this is, this realm or whatever, and to not get densified again, not get densified and locked into a third dimensional body again. And that's pretty much it that I can think of. If I have any more insight, I will share, and I appreciate y'all for listening. So with that being said, E to God signing out. Peace.